What is up, YouTube? Today I'm doing my top 10 Back to the Future moments. So, the Cubs won the World Series last night, and I don't even follow baseball. To be honest with you, I don't even follow baseball, but, the fact that they won, and Back to the Future was 1 year, Back to the Future Part 2 was 1 year off from predicting them winning is just crazy. That's why I'm doing this video. If the Cubs didn't win, then I would be like, okay, I'm not making anything. But the fact that they did win was very crazy, so, yeah. It's just so crazy how they were literally 1 year, there was just a 1 year difference between them predicting the future. That's crazy. So I felt like it was necessary to make this video of my top 10 favorite Back to the Future moments. So, yes. So, yeah, I mean, as I said, I don't even follow baseball, but that's just crazy how they were only 1 year off from this. So, yes, I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite Back to the Future moments. There's just so many great moments out there, but I had to narrow it down to 10. So, let's get started. At 10 here, we have the opening to Back to the Future Part 3. I just really like the scene. I mean, after all the action of Part 2, which was great, I mean, it's just so great to see, everyone just relaxing. The opening is just so smooth and calm and so relaxing to watch, and it's really nice to watch. I mean, Marty is just there, and then Doc's sleeping, and then everyone's sleeping. I mean, it's really cool to see a more relaxing moment after Part 2, which was really intense. So yeah, I think it's a really great scene with great music and really relaxing scene. So yeah, I think it's Back to the Future Part 3's opening is great. At number 9 here, we have the Mr. Sandman scene from the original Back to the Future movie. I really like this scene. It's an introduction to 1955, and it's just so cool just seeing Marty's reaction to everything, really confused. I just really like this scene. It's so cool. The 1955 looks beautiful, and Marty is, I just love his, confusion, shock. And yeah, and of course there's Mr. Sandman playing in the background. Great song, that's just great to have it in there, because it's a great song, and just having it in there with the 1955 style is just so great. So yeah, I think the introduction to 1955 is just really great, and I enjoy it. It's fun to watch, and the music is incredible. So yes, I love the scene. At number 8 here, we have Back to 1955 from Back to the Future Part 2. I really like this scene. This scene is it's a brief moment, actually. It's not any long scene. It's just a brief moment scene. And yeah, it's basically, obviously when Marty escapes Biff's pleasure paradise. But yeah, I just really like the scene. The music is just so great. When Biff gets knocked over by the DeLorean, and I just think it's a really cool scene, and it's just so cool that Marty escaped from Biff's pleasure paradise. It's just such a great scene, because after a long action scene, he finally escapes in a great fashion with Doc coming out to save him, and I just really like the scene. The music is great, and the whole going back to 1955 thing is really cool, especially Doc's I don't believe it, and it's just really cool scene, and I love it. At number 7 here, we have when George knocks out Biff from Back to the Future. So yeah, this scene is just great. It is just so great. Yeah, I mean, after the whole movie with George getting bullied, it's just so cool to see him finally punch Biff. And I mean, it's just cool how that's how he gets Lorraine and everything, because she wanted a man that would protect her. So I think it's just really cool seeing how he just knocks Biff out cold. It's just so cool. I just really like it. Yeah, just after the whole movie, the scene is just so relieving, and I just really like it. It's fun to watch, and yeah, I mean, just seeing George finally stand up for himself is just so great to watch. So yeah, I really love this scene. At number 6 here, we have The Power of Love from Back to the Future. This scene is just so great. I mean, Marty, obviously is I'm late for school, and then obviously he gets on a skateboard and basically gets around town by hanging on to people's vehicles, which is just so cool. I mean, yeah, these just little details are really cool in movies. Yeah. So, yep, just this whole scene is obviously just really classic, and it's always been a great scene. I mean, just the music is just so great. The music is probably the best part of it. Power of Love is just such a great song. It's just so great. So yeah, just seeing him do that is just so cool. And it's just a really classic moment. So yeah. At number 5 here, we have the Hoverboard Chase from Back to the Future Part 2. This scene is just so great. I mean, it's just such a cool scene. It's a fun scene. Definitely a fun scene, yes. Just seeing a hoverboard, obviously, and that, what they thought was going to be 2015, which ended up being a lot worse. 2015, it was just a lot worse than what it was in the movie. But yes, just seeing the hoverboards in 2015 is just so cool. I really wish we had them, but unfortunately, we live in a terrible world. So yeah, but it's just so cool seeing the hoverboards, and just making a chase out of it. Basically, a spoof of the first film's Skateboard Chase. And yeah, it's just a cool spoof, and I like it. I like the way they did it, and I think it's just a fun, cool scene to watch. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. At number 4 here, we have the original Skateboard Chase from the original Back to the Future movie. So yeah, I just love this scene. This scene is just so cool. The music is just so fantastic, and yeah, I don't know. It's just such a cool scene. Just Marty doing some clever stuff, and obviously the having the skateboard like kind of personnel from 1985, and then kind of bring into 1955, which is just so cool to watch. So yes, I really like this scene. I just think it is so cool to watch, and yeah, the music is great, and just seeing Biff's gang trying to get Marty is I mean, a lot of tension, and yes, this scene is just so great. And Biff hitting the manure truck is a classic part. It's just a classic part in the series. Biff hitting the manure truck, just so cool. At number 3 here, we have the tunnel chase from Back to the Future Part 2. I love the scene. I just love it so much. It's just, I really like it. I mean, the fact that it's at nighttime is so cool. And it just, the fact that they're just driving through a tunnel, having a chase for the almanac is just so cool. And yes, the music is really great in this scene, especially when Doc saves Marty with just a great part. Just the fact that Doc got Marty out of that was just so cool, and the music there was just so great. But yeah, this chase is like just really awesome, and the fact that Biff hit the same exact manure truck 2 times is just so funny and just so cool. And the fact that he actually somehow hit it at nighttime is just so funny. So yeah, but this scene is just so awesome. The chase is just, there's a lot of tension in it, and I just love the overall outcome. I love the music, and Doc saving Marty at the end there was just so great. At number 2 here, we got Johnny Be Good from the original Back to the Future. This scene is just so classic. I mean, we all know about it. I mean, Johnny Be Good is just, I mean, the Marty just does such a great job playing Johnny Be Good, and I just love how it's brought into 1955. It's just so cool. And yeah, I mean, just the whole scene is just so cool. I mean, it's just such a great performance. I mean, and like I just love how like just a little bit before that, I mean, of course, Marty starts vanishing, but then obviously Lorraine and George kiss. So then and then I love that part because I don't know, just the way Marty reacts to, like, it's just like so relieving. So yeah, and then the fact that he plays Johnny Be Good, it's just so cool, and just such a cool scene after the tension of possibly being like vanished from existence. It's just so cool to hear a nice rock and roll tune. So yeah. Finally, we have number 1, which is the 1955 to 1985 scene from Back to the Future. Basically, the Back to the Future scene where Marty goes back to the future, back to 1985. So yes, this scene is just this scene is Back to the Future. It is so great. I mean, the tension is just at the highest point. I mean, this whole movie's been building up to this moment, and it's just, I mean, like, if they don't succeed, then like, you know, they must succeed, and then I mean, obviously, like, they've run into so many problems. Marty, like, the DeLorean was kind of messing up at the beginning, and then of course Doc is having trouble getting like the cables and everything. And yeah, just the whole scene is great. How they build confidence. I mean, Doc builds confidence to get it together, and then the scene is just, the tension is just built. The music is incredible, and going back to 1985 is just incredible, amazing, so cool. So yes, this scene is definitely number one. I mean, the scene just defines Back to the Future, and yes, the whole movie built up to it, and it really paid off. And yeah. So yes, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I mean, if you want to see more top 10s, let me know. And yep, that's my video. So thanks for watching, and bye.